Hello everyone, good to see you on the channel how to use it, and with this video we start topic about Google services, especially about Google Spreadsheets. If you want to create online tables, edit it with some people at the same time, use the wide range of tools in Google, collaborate, viewing and editing. That's why you have to use Google Spreadsheets. You can also use, for example, Microsoft Excel, but it works only offline on your computer, and if you want to send someone your table, you can't, because it's only offline. And in several video on channel how to use it, we can learn about how to use Google Spreadsheets. If you have Gmail account, then you can create your Google table. If you don't know how to create Gmail account, or you don't know do you have it or no, you can create it new account for your experience, for your study, and try to use it. If you want to know how to create, press the link below in description that video, and we start. First of all, you can log in your Gmail account. I press to Gmail. If I synchronize in my account in Google Chrome. If you don't know how to synchronize your account in Google Chrome, you also can watch video about it. It's very comfortable, very useful, very interesting, and I'm very happy with using this feature in Google Chrome. I many years don't use it, but now I am. And one of the way how you switch to your Google Spreadsheet, it's after you're creating your Gmail account, you can use many services in the Google, and one of them is Google Drive. I click on this icon and go to Google Drive. And after loading Google Drive, we can press New and choose Google Sheets from template or blank spreadsheet. I press blank. And congrats, we have first our table, at least in that course. We can see the video about spreadsheets that propose for us Google. But let's start in that video to create an easy table and see the basic thing what we can do. First of all, we can name our table, for example, first table. And let's start something easy table, for example, number, and that is enough. And what we can do, for example, we can number our rows, for example, in the manual way, and we can do it in automatic way. For example, you can start from 1 and find in the corner of the cell a square, press on this square, and you can pull by this square below, and you have in any cells only 1 1 1 1. But it's not for us. I press Command Z or Ctrl Z to escape previous action. Let's try to number in our rows without manual, and you can press Control or Alt or Option. It depends on keyboard what you have. I work on Mac, that's why I press Option on the keyboard and on this square and pull it down, and you can see the numbering one by one in a good way, and that's what we need. And that is the name Bob Ron. But I'm gonna show you another interesting thing. If you want to fill another cells till to 7 with some information, that's why you can double click on this square and you have some filling additional information. You can use it in a different way. Sometimes we have some formulas and we have so long column for maybe hundreds rows and it's too hard to pull it down till the end. That's why it's very helpful in some situations. And let's fill another columns. 30, 49. And what we can do with data. I can pull it down, have the same step. As you can see, for example, 32, and if I highlight these two cells, I can pull it down and every next number increase like in this example. If we have, for example, 30 and 35, that's why every step increase on 5. It's also very useful. And in that column, maybe I can pull it down or press to the square, but let's add another column and I show you how to do it. You can press right click on your mouse, or if you work on your Mac laptop, for example, with touchpad, then you can call context menu with 2 fingers. I press it and I want insert column left, for example. We know about work hours that employees and every employees have a rate per hour, and we can fill in another way. We highlight these 2 cells and press double click on this, and it's filling in automatic way. So how we calculate their salary? Let's try to use easy formulas. We can type equal, and Google Spreadsheets offer for us to multiply our numbers, and that it's what we need. We can press on this cell, then we can input for multiply like a star or single snow and press another cells and we can see that formulas. I press enter on my keyboard and we calculated salary first employee. It's 150, for example, dollars per some period. And Google Spreadsheets very clever and offer for us to fill another cells in the same way, to multiply each these cells. If it's correct, we can agree or press escape or press this rejection, for example, but I agree with this. And we, in the fast way, calculated their salaries. So in this first basic lesson we don't do many things because I think it's some difficult for some peoples, maybe it's too easy for someone. In the finish our lesson, I propose you to work with rows and columns and try to set a border. So, if we need a border in our cells and we want to print it with using printer, for example, then we have set a border. It's easy way. We can click on this icon and choose some type of border what we need. For example, this, it's only border in like this, but in many ways we use this border. We can change color this border and thick and type this line in border, but I choose that. Next, sometimes we can change weight of our columns, for example, in that way. Sometimes our words don't fit and you have to change the weight of our columns, and sometimes we need the equal weights of our columns. That's why we can, for example, highlight these columns and pull it in the end of our highlighting. This way, for example, to this, and you can see equal white columns. That's very comfortable. And the same situation with our rows. But sometimes we have to edit number of height and number of weight. For example, if we need to edit weight these columns, I call context menu and choose the options Resize Columns A to E. And I can input, for example, 30 or fit to data, because some of part of our cells can hide and don't fit in the column. But in this example I put 30. Okay. And we have that situation. We can edit it, for example, to 100. And that is better. And the same situation we can do with our rows. Resize rows, for example, 30. And it's okay. So thank you for watching, for listening. It was first lesson about Google Spreadsheets, and another lesson you can find below video in description and on the screen now. You can watch all videos about this service, and in each video we can do more difficult things about using Google Spreadsheets, and I exactly know that you don't see and don't know all features what they can learn in these lessons. So thank you, subscribe if it helps you, and go to second video.